I took my boys back to Guatemala this summer. My girlfriend that lives there is still living there. So we went back to visit because we went in November and I thought it wasn't the best time of year and we didn't have enough time. So we went back and we went for 2 weeks and it did not disappoint. Hi, my name is Izzy, and I am an average rich housewife. An average rich housewife is a housewife, obviously, but we're average rich. We're not quite as wealthy as J-Lo and Jay-Z, but not quite living in the boroughs. I'm gonna let you into my world. The friends, the chaos.
Can I have a really dirty Grey Goose martini?
The restaurants, the fashion, all of it. You're going to see the inside world of an actual Manhattan housewife. We arrived in Guatemala City, and after a long, strenuous hour-and-a-half flight from Cancun on Volaris, premier class, and when I say premier class, it means literally the size of this seat, but we survived. We made it, and we got there, and it's a 3-hour drive up a mountain, where on the way we had McDonald's, so upon arrival we all had a Guatemalan welcome in the bathroom. Everybody had food poisoning and I spent my first night on the floor. Not like on the floor or the dance floor, like literally on the floor. We arrived and we got to our first Airbnb and people need to read reviews. I read reviews, but I was shocked. So after like 10 hours of travel, I get to this Airbnb on the side of a mountain where I climbed up 400 steps to get there. And this woman greets me and starts giving me the rundown of this house that's about the size of like my living room. She's giving me the tour and Maximilian tells her, I'm sorry, but this place is a shithole. After that, we stayed for 24 hours. Hey, Max. Max, can you come here for a second?
Hang on 1 sec.
Max, what do you think about this house here in Guatemala?
I don't want to be a bitch, but it's shitty.
What do you mean?
This house is a shithole.
What makes it a shithole?
It's a shithole.
Do you want to stay here?
Absolutely not.
So, Mommy has to find a new house.
Oh, you better.
Okay. The sheets were mismatching. There was pubic hair on the soap. She told me she had 1,500 reviews and not one of them was bad. I'm not sure who was reviewing, like people that lived in the projects, but they definitely were not my type of reviews. They were maybe people that were living in like, I don't know, those camps where they build the tents under the highway kind of stuff, but it was not up to my standards. And I'm not saying I need the 4 seasons, but 1 season would have been okay here. Needless to say, 24 hours later, we changed Airbnbs to the nicest one on the island. Quick enough for me to get some hot water. Not so hot, it was kind of warm, but it was clean and the sheets matched, so we made it. We survived. Highlights of the Guatemala trip. We got to visit my friend Laura, who I miss very much. I got to be sober for most of the trip. I got to dry out. We did a lot of like outdoor hiking. We did some ATVing. The boys did zip lining. It was really like a comeback to nature. Like in Holbox was super toxic and this was like a drainage. Like I had my arm drained and I went to Guatemala to drain my soul. And it was really amazing. Like everybody in this area of Guatemala is like super hippie and you know, you walk and you get off the ferry and there's drums beating and you're feeling very patchouli and you literally are feeling very patchouli. Like people go there to do ayahuasca. So you're really connecting with nature in a way that's like, honestly, I think I had an allergic reaction from the patchouli. It's kind of fucking disgusting. But it was amazing. It was amazing.
How did the roommates like Guatemala?
The roommates loved Guatemala. Well, Simon is a nature boy, so he was in his element. Maximilian was decent as long as he had Wi-Fi. They actually did a lot of outdoor stuff and it was great. the lack of hot water, but they didn't really bathe much. I feel like they went showering in the pool. My parenting has always been questionable, but you know, bacteria is good for the soul. They did a lot of fun, like nature, kind of get back to nature. And you guys know I love that nature lifestyle. So between the patchouli and the nature, I was just in my element. I'm pretty sure cellulitis was in Halbash, and like, I don't know what I got in Guatemala, but it was like an internal, like I realized at that moment that I must love my children to have been there on the side of the mountain, with the side of the mountain people with their Rastafarian braids. I think I'm choking just talking about it. So there was a little bit of drama on this Guatemala trip. I met my friend Laura, who I love very much, but she is in the middle of switching phases in her life, and I was there for her. We might have gotten into a little argument over everything, but I think we worked it out. And Vanessa came to the second part of the trip, and my Vanessa is super glam, and my Laura is super hippie side of the mountain. So the combination was interesting to watch mesh, but everybody got along until I had a breakdown and had to go home. Like, it was just too many personalities. It was too intense, too much energy. I feel like you have to like, I'm very easygoing, and this was just too many intense personalities for me. So there was a little bit of drama with that. It was Vanessa's birthday, so we did celebrate it. Overall, it was fine. Everybody like could see, I'm sure, that I was stressed out. So we worked it out. I have 2 kids. I have friends that are not getting along. Like, we're here on vacation. We're not here to cause, this is not the Real Housewives of New York. This is the average rich housewife. We're all getting along here. This is what year are we, whatever it is, 2022, 2023, 2019 when I was young. Whatever it is, we're all here to like get along. We're on a trip, be happy. And if you don't like it, go home and go to sleep and take a fucking nap. Don't like fight, because it's childish and it's juvenile, and it ruins everybody's time. Like, your energy is ruining my vibe. Did not pass the vibe check. No, we're not doing this again. We're leaving the lake and our beautiful house and our puppy friends, and we're headed to our next stop.
Ow!
Oh my God, what is that? It's like he's got it out for you.
It's not.
I got it.
You should look. There's a cat.
It's gone now. Say bye. Say bye, friend.
What is? It's like, where's our dessert?
On the way.
What happened? What happened?
Uncle Maurice is getting attacked by something that only wants him specifically.
It's a kind of wasp.
It feels like a wasp.
Could we go on trampoline and pretend we're the dad?
I know these
Yeah.
legs
like
were
that
too
game?
much for the world.
Those hips are not lying right now.
I loved Guatemala. I normally, before I go on a trip, I do a lot of research and kind of know what I'm getting myself into. I kind of went to Guatemala completely blind, and I just loved it. I feel like everybody's so relaxed there. There's such like a connection with nature. The architecture is just beautiful. I love everything about it.
Tell us a funny story from Guatemala.
Let's see. So I don't know what I can say. So let me think. What was funny about Guatemala? Okay, so in Guatemala we went to a really nice restaurant for Vanessa's birthday, and I feel like I can't say that though. There was like drama that was funny, but I feel like I can't say it.
Why not? I mean, worst case, we just edited it out.
You guys are evil. I think that Izzy's level of toxicity has gotten out of hand. She literally had to go to a doctor and get the toxicity drained from her body, and that's just another level, and it's not normal.
Maurice, do you want to talk about your Guatemalan fashion? Like, what are those shorts a size too small? I mean, like, can we see the back? Let me see the back. I feel like those are the shorts you should wear under your shorts.
When you have legs like these, you have to show them off.
Turn around. Okay, my love. We're leaving Guatemala City, heading to... Next week on The Average Rich Housewife. I got back after my summer in Miami, Mexico, Guatemala, via. I can't say it. The words like they don't come out of my mouth. Amtrak. Amtrak. I took the fucking Amtrak. Hey everyone, it's your favorite housewife, Izzy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week. I don't really fuck her. Everybody has to get along, remember.